Hello everyone! I am back to more Final Fantasy VII. In the last episode, we defeated the guard scorpion. We found out we were an eco-terrorist, and we found out that in order to get paid, we gotta head back. So we head up the stairs, and because we've been ditched by everyone else, we head up the stairs, and we're gonna have to go back to Sector 8, I believe, on our own, or at least the Sector 8 train station. And we come out, and we can talk to this flower girl. Now, there's an interesting mechanic within Final Fantasy VII for a later point. Now, this game is old, so I'm assuming most people who are watching this know what Final Fantasy is going to be about, or at least Final Fantasy VII at the very least. There's a mechanic in the game known as the relationship mechanic, or at least where it depends on the number of points you have. Depending on how you react to certain characters in the game, increases the points that they have, I guess, towards you. And it's an invisible mechanic. You can't look it up anywhere. And then anything you try to do will, you just kind of have to know certain actions and the way you answer certain questions, depending on who's in your party or who you're with at the time, affects their value towards you. And I'll show it off later because I do believe even in this technically re-release, there's still quite a few glitches in the game for you to do. Now, when you're being interrogated by the Shinra soldiers or they're coming towards you, you can either run or you can attack them. If you take too long to make your choice, you are forced into battle. I don't want to use my limit here, so I'm just going to use bolt. Wow, I even gained my limit. Well, shocking. It's overkill, sure, but I don't care. Okay. That's it. Since I want the experience, I will just keep doing this. Uh-oh. And now they're attacking me. I don't care, because I want the experience, so I'm going to fight them anyways. And the bosses, these enemies aren't hard. They're just regular Shinra grunts, and they go down in one hit is the thing. So I can spam magic, I can spam my regular attacks, and I can just take them out fairly easy. See, look. Basic attack. Takes it out. Let's use ice to show them off. And I think I like this idea more than most RPGs I play nowadays. They have such simple names in these old ones. Ice. Ice. It's an ice attack. Bolt. Oh, that's probably electricity. Fire. We get that later, but oh, typical electricity. Electricity. Fire attack. It's so simple. Then you go to some of these I guess newer RPGs or whatever. They have such extravagant names for them, if I'm being honest. I can't name one off the top of my head right away. I think if you want to give a modern, you could probably make inference for some of them. I don't know, Inferno, Glacier, Rainstorm. Not Rainstorm, that sounds stupid. Oh, not stupid, but the way I just got oh, these. But stuff like that, they become a bit more extravagant as time went on. Now, when you fight these enemies, you only have to fight 3 of them, or you can run from all 3. And that's it, as far as you go. And Cloud's screw you guys. Now, what do I know is that train has had the world's most perfect timing to show up, if I'm being honest. The perfect timing of the train. I'm assuming Cloud would just jump down there and just run away from them further down the train track, but I was oh, what if a train comes later? He's the main character. He doesn't die unless you're in Fire Emblem. Yeah. At this point in the game, I have, like I showed in the previous episode, I have beaten it. I've gotten most of the achievements. So there's only 2 achievements I believe I have not gotten. That being the best bromance, and I believe being up to your guild and having like the max amount of gills in the game. Gil being the money. Huh. For like perfect fighting. Wedge mentioning his money. When do we get paid? It's like, shut up. Shut up, roly poly. I believe if I turn on the 3 times speed, it affects everything. Let's see. No, it doesn't affect cutscenes. Because you kind of saw it with Barrett right there. I turned it on, and then Barrett's like breathing animation for being surprised didn't increase. Oh yeah, I forgot. Barrett's censored in this game. Because I believe it is rated T. Um, I guess I could go to the reason why I'm playing this game overall. I do enjoy this game. It is a fun game for me to play. Even though like I have just primarily played this game, I when I first played it, I didn't know how to play it. So I just kind of like went in and I did die a lot, but I was also following some guys, and I just kind of got screwed over when not following them. You can go all the way back here. There's nothing here, and you just go to the front, and then you go forward in the game. As train out of Sector 8 station, last stop is Sector 7, the train graveyard. Expected time of arrival is 12:23 a.m. Midgard Standard Time. And you do see there's quite a few people here on this station. And you will. It's kind of go with the flow. I can increase the speed, but like I said, it's cutscene. You can't increase cutscene speed, which is kind of boring, unfortunately, because I wanted to see the rapid animation. Alright, so you have free reign here. Talk to the man laying down. Talk to the hobo. Talk to him. The terrorists have bombed the #1 reactor based somewhere in the slums. Find the reactor. Search like this one. Unless have a real calculated room. I don't know what they'll do next. Yeah, just make sure you talk to this homeless man every single time. Talk to Barrett if you want. Let's talk to Biggs. Talk to Wedge. And we'll talk to Jessica. And I guess I'll go into further detail on why I chose to play this game. I know I said earlier I would, but then so on and so forth. The reason I wanted to play this game, again, is because I enjoy it, but also because by the time I probably finish this, Final Fantasy VII Remake was set to come out on the Xbox One in March, but I think they pushed it back to April at this point. So by the time I finish this, hopefully, or like during the middle of the playthrough, I'll go in and I'll have played Final Fantasy VII Remake will be out on the Xbox. And if it's not out, I will probably go out and buy it on the PlayStation, and hopefully I'll probably waste a lot more on the deluxe edition that comes with the model. I will get heat for it, but I probably won't care. Then again, I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna, I don't know. I'm a broke college student. I'm just kind of like letting Jesse talk because uh, you can read, hopefully, and if not, I apologize. But then again, how you watch it? Why would you click on YouTube to watch me if you can't read or mind, unfortunately? Make note of this. Now, with that, what the heck? And he comes off screen if you try to leave, and he'll keep doing it. Or he'll only do that once, I believe. Huh? I thought I did that in the past, like before the whole thing with Jesse, and he just kept pushing me back. But if you go back here, you have to talk to Barrett. I really do like Barrett. I wonder how my dad would react to it though. Yeah, because they censor Barrett deliberately, but he has a very appropriate reason to be mad at Shinra and wanting to save the planet. He has appropriate reason. But then again, you also kind of have to read the supplemental material because Final Fantasy was lightning in the bottle for this series, and it's become like what's like it became like what like Square Enix is at this point, I believe SquareSoft when the game was made, like big cash cows. But they just loved adding stuff onto it and putting it in everything. Oh, Cloud's getting poetic. I guess I should also mention like the fact that everyone has Popeye arms. Uh, it's due to the limitations at the time. I believe this was originally going to come out on Nintendo. Not sure if it was the 64, but if it was, it would have been like 3 cartridges. So that would have been pretty expensive for your average person to buy. So, and they just wintered this. I know there's other reasons, but that's the reason that came out on like my head right away. This is a very another story focused game. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do a lot of talking. Okay, head up with him. And unfortunately, this episode will probably just be another dialogue-based one because it is long, and since it's a Final Fantasy game, there's a lot of talking. And unfortunately, that means some parts are not going to have action at all. Now, you can head back to the train station. Train station. You can head over here to the right, but let's talk to, I guess, the couple here. You can talk to both of them. Well, let's see. Here, we could go over to the right, and then we enter the train graveyard. There is no reason for you to enter this point, and you kind of tell we're supposed to come back here later, because you can look at the difference in quality for some of the, let's just say layout. Because look at this one. It looks, you can make it different. Like, oh, this looks realistic. You might be able to get it from a picture. And then we enter a battle. Yay. Hey, Q. Bolt. Yeah, I'm not sure if that can inflict darkness. I'm pretty sure it can. Darkness being a typical status effect in Final Fantasy. Just being, I guess you want to put it to another one. It's like blind. Blindness or stuff like that. Anyways, go back to the train graveyard. You can kind of tell you're supposed to come back here later. How do I know? Because you can jump on this photorealistic, not photorealistic, this different quality rendered train in comparison to this one. So you know you're supposed to interact in the environment because it moves, because of the way it's designed. Anyways, go back to the left, and we'll go back to the main area. You go down here. Yeah, there's no point though. How about you? It's just kind of funny to see that. Here's another save point in case like you didn't save during the whole guard scorpion fiasco because you had limited time. That's perfectly fine. Just jump in and save, and we will. You know what? That's I feel like that's a short enough part, but you know what? I'm gonna keep going further. I probably shouldn't, but who knows? Barrett going in and establishing his dominance. He's not T-posing, but I don't know. Having a gun arm is pretty intimidating. That's how you establish dominance. You can go talk to these characters. And you can talk to all of them, like regardless of anything. They're usually talking about things that are going on offhand. Take note of this guy right here. Just take note of red hair man. But Anyways, go talk to Barrett. And we head inside the bar. Cloud being scary. Then again, I would say Cloud is a pretty scary individual. A man walks around wielding a giant sword on his back. That would be pretty horrifying. This is what I was talking about. When you answer certain questions relating to characters, such as like Tifa and Barrett, you will establish relationship points. And again, it's invisible. Depending on your answers, it can increase one with the other, but decrease with one. Increases one, like say with Tifa, but if I answer one, that it decrease with Barrett. So since I clicked not this time, the points went up for Tifa. Now, yeah, here, if you give it to Tifa, you get more points with Tifa. If you give it to Marlene, you get more points with Barrett. So if you want the best bromance achievement, you gotta do that. But give it to Tifa. Because it's kind of obvious which one that's gonna happen. You can talk to any of the characters you want. Talk to Biggs. Talk to Wedge. And you can always kind of like go about and try to talk to characters whoever you want. And it's just fine. I like doing this kind of like establish characters and giving them information on who they are as people. Marlene doesn't want to talk to Cloud, obviously. Talk to Tifa. And she just kind of like, Marlene's shy. Anyways, you try to leave, and Barrett comes barging in. How? Anyone can get in there if they wanted to play pinball. That's a pinball machine. Anyone can get in there. Anyways, talk to Tifa. Or at least go to the counter to talk with her. Now, personally, I'm not a drinking man, and I never will. But since it's a video game, I can get away with it. Give me something hard. I think it's kind of obvious which character I'm going to go with for a later event. Maybe I'll ask my friends, and maybe they'll have it sabotaged for me. I don't know. They like to do that at times. They like to mess around and be like, "Oh, do this," even though like it deliberately makes me upset. I don't know. I believe you can talk to Tifa once again after this little conversation. Yeah, no, she just tells you to go on with the story. Anyways, go up to the pinball machine, press A, and we get pulled down. Again! Anyone who wants to play a pinball can be sent down here. Talk to Wedge. You can never talk to Biggs because you can't get past this. Talk to Jesse if you want to. And I feel like we should get on with the story because we're approaching like the 20-minute mark. And Biggs gets thrown into the screen. Yeah, I want to talk about my money. It's actually kind of funny that Cloud has to stand on his tippy toes to talk with Barrett face to face. It's actually kind of funny. Talk to him. I think I can talk to Marlene now. Yep. And if you try to leave, 3-4 will stop you. I don't give I don't give a dang about either of them. I want my money. And then Bear just goes into rapid fire mode. It's funny that the second one comes out is like, I really don't care. You would think he would be the one like, maybe he's just being a hard ass. But that goes back down, and you can leave if you want. But since it's a video game, you take like 2 or 3 steps. He tells you, nope, sorry. I mean, that's a good point. Why should Cloud do anything? Yeah, sure, Tifa's his best friend. His childhood friend. $7 years ago. They're gonna ask yeah, I'm definitely gonna ask my friends, see if they want to screw me over with this. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Because I know who my brother took when he played this game, but even then, he barely plays it. Because RPGs are just not his cup of tea. But there is like one game I did say he did say he'd be able to play for us. Maybe we could get something going forward, but I don't know. Yeah. A flashback sequence. Young Cloud. He still has his spiky hair. Very spiky hair. Uh, this is just like a nice little cutscene. That if I'm gonna be honest, I know it's just quiet. It's like kind of like to let it play out, but still. Oh yeah, it's funny though. Wants to join shoulder and be. sorry, sorry. Just thinking back to the trailer. So, how old is Sephiroth at this point in time? Cloud's a young boy, or not young. I want to assume like maybe like a young teenager. Maybe I should look this up. Um, I need to look that up because now I'm actually confused. Oh, okay. She said it was 7 years ago. So, okay. So no, Cloud's not that young apparently. Well, not that young is the thing, but young enough, I suppose. But how old does that make Sephiroth? Hmm. Huh. Okay. Not that much older. Well, I say not that much older, but I'll put it. I'll show how old they are. Just kind of like letting the scene play out. Yeah, now you know why it's obvious. Ching. I find it funny that Barrett climbed up the thing, so I'm assuming that the pinball machine broke. Huh. I don't know why, but that seemed very slow for a second when Barrett was supposed to be reaching inside the jack to get a lot of money. You see Barrett's stash, 1,500 gil. That's okay. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. I've 2,000 seems fair. I see that as perfectly fair. So, okay, so Cloud went to sleep in the basement. Okay. And we'll use the pinball machine to ride up. And it's the start of a new day, new adventure. And I want my pay. Okay, question. Why is the child behind the counter of a bar? Can we talk to her? Can we? No, we cannot. Talk to Tifa. Okay, so Tifa's going to join us on a mission, and before we start anything off, we're gonna go to the mission with Bear. We're going to Sector 5 Reactor. Now, I believe you can do either of these and you still get the explanation, but I will just show the explanation for the sake of it. So, you're gonna access menu. It's just gonna go through the whole basic thing, and I'm just gonna kind of like run through this because like I'm going to just show it off on my own if I'm being honest. And it's a tutorial section because it says right there tutorial. I don't like it, but hey, what can I do? What time is it? Because I do have class later today. Well, it's not that late. I have enough time. Maybe record one more part. Probably not. I'm just going to. Like, what do you want me to do? The tutorial is explaining all the how to function as a game when it comes to Materia. What do you want me to do? This explains it all on its own. So yeah, it really isn't that difficult. Okay, so yeah. Okay, why are you leaving the store to a child who's younger than the youngest brother of the family? Anyways, like Tifa said, if you go all the way down here and go talk to this man, go into his shop, he will sell you, I believe, weapons and materia? I'm not sure. Okay, ready to buy? No, he sells you materia. So yeah, fire, ice, and lightning. That's exactly what it said. Uh-oh. Well, just leave it at that, because I accidentally bought 2 fire, because I'm an idiot. I believe if we go, what? here. And what, go up here? Not sure. I am not sure, because I do know that one... Yep, there we go. There's our freaking checkpoint. So, we'll go there real quick. Hey, the all materia. Okay. What they don't show you in the tutorial is that you can combine certain materia depending on how your slots of your materia are set up. For example, we'll go back to Cloud, and you see how the two parts of his Buster Sword are linked. One having ice and one having light. Now, say for example, I throw on all, since they're connected, now the ice materia will hit every single enemy. Or, if I throw on Restore, the Restore materia will heal all the allies. And depending on the number of stars on the screen, depends on how many times you can use the all materia. Now, so yeah, 1 star you can use it once, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. When you max it out, I believe you get unlimited use of it. But that is definitely not going to happen for a while. So, with that, we are going to save. And this was a dialogue-heavy episode because, well, this is a Final Fantasy game. There's a lot of talking and a lot of action. So, with that, my name is Omega Zero, and I will catch you guys later.